Hello everyone from Selhurst Park. I've just literally seen Amanda Stavely walk past us with Glenn and one of the security guards. She's on the way back in the car. Look, and actually Jason Tyndall's just about to walk past us in a second. We shall see him now. So there you go, there's Mr. Tyndall. His son was here actually, so look, Newcastle have came away with a point. This is the last word. It's just me down here on my own. Let's get the video going. I'm here to dissect the game. You would have seen the match reaction earlier on from online and myself and the vlog. And this is the wrap up from today's game with the last word. Now, the big talking point was the lineups. What would Eddie Howe go with? And he went with the stronger side, which surprised, I think, most Newcastle fans, because we all expected a lot of rotation today. But it wasn't. He went full on, full strength. Bruno was back, which even surprised me. I know Bruno travelled with the squad, but I thought he'd be on the bench at best. But no, it was literally the best 11 that Eddie Howe thinks that is right now. Crystal Palace obviously have threats with Eze and Zaha, but every time Zaha plays Newcastle, we always seem to deal with him, and again the defence did more on that later. However, let's get into the game then. So my view, you've seen the vlog. If you haven't, go back and have a look. I was right at the back and I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see a thing. The view here is appalling. I'm going to start off that because the quicker these get that new stadium, the better, because it's a shocking experience for away fans. I actually moved about 10 rows lower so I can actually see the pitch. God knows what the people behind me must have thought, seeing half the pitch. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But starting off, and then we're getting into the game. I haven't seen any replays before I begin. I haven't seen any stats, but looking at it from a side view, which I had when I did move down, Newcastle had a lot of possession from what I can see. And in particular, second half, Palace started to camp in their own half a lot more. However, into the first half then, I can't really remember too many chances, except what's springing to my mind as I come out the ground straight away is the one that's cleared off the line. I think it was Bruno, and it got deflected. There's a couple of half attempts before and after that, but that's the big one that is like popping out at us. So Palace, on the other hand, didn't really threaten. Yeah, they're pretty on the ball out wide and with pacey wingers, but I think we dealt with them all right, pretty fine to be fair. Our defence is absolutely rock solid. So we're going into half time. I'm thinking, what changes is Eddie Howe going to do? He's got two big ones on the bench, Alexander Isak. Crystal Palace will say we'd love to have a £56 million striker on the bench, and he has me twisting. And obviously Alan saint-maximin. So the squad depth is there when we have the first 11 fit. You could even maybe chuck John Joe Shelby in that equation off the bench as a decent sub as well when he gets back. So into the second half, and what's springing at my mind is all the headers that we had, the chances that were made, and all the headers that we had was straight at Guaita, all of them, every single one of them. Callum Wilson, straight at the goalkeeper. Isak, when he came on later, straight at the goalkeeper. I think Sven Botman had one, straight at the goalkeeper. I think there was another one, straight at the goalkeeper. It's just either side, and this is like, it's small margins where you can win a game. You can win a game. And as the game went on, obviously, as I say, I mentioned Isak there, he was brought on with Alan saint-maximin, double substitutions to try and go and win the game. From what I can see in Selhurst Park, I don't think there was a formation change. I think it was all like for like. I might be wrong on that, please let me know, but from inside there, because I don't have the hindsight of the replays or any of these chances I'm talking about, but it looked like it was still the same formation anyway. The big chance that Palace had, and really the only one that I properly had, where it's obviously saved the match, and it's probably best chance of the match, which is felt to them. And it's a hell of a save from Nick Pope. Can't remember who had the shot. I know it came in from the wing. It might be, I can't see it because my view's restricted on a lot of it. But it's a hell of a save. I've seen it just stretch his arm out and palms it away. It's an unbelievable save considering he's had not much to do. So it's a hell of a save, yes. Palace, as the game starts to die down, are literally camped in their own half. Newcastle do have a lot of the ball, but when I think again, did Guaita have a save, like a proper save to make? They're all straight at him, but did we really test him? I don't feel that we did today. But the game ends 0-0. Obviously, Jacob Murphy come on, but we'll not go into that because he didn't have much time. It ended 0-0. Come the end of the season, the positives are that could be a point gained. It could be. Or you might look at it and think that's cost me, because Newcastle are drawing too many games at the moment. This is the third 0-0 draw with Palace, and obviously we've picked up a lot of 0-0 draws as of late. That's the negative. We're not scoring enough, probably, in the last 5 or 6 games. But the positives are the defence is making we pick up points. We're keeping clean sheets, extended their unbeaten run in the Premier League to 15 games, which is now a club record in the Premier League, which is great. And Nick Pope has the best shot-to-save ratio in the Premier League. So we're doing things perfectly fine at the back. There's just small tweaks, I think. Maybe we are a little bit unlucky today, perhaps, with the chances. But is it 2 points dropped? Possibly. Did we do enough to win the ball? To go on and win the game, sorry. Maybe not. Few mentions before we hear from Eddie Howe, who's still inside at the minute. And Joe Willock was great driving the ball forward. I think he was a real positive. The defence, all of them, absolutely faultless today. Fabian Schär was great. All of them, Botman, goalkeeper save, hell of a save when he was called upon. Yeah, there is some positives to come from it. It's a point on the road, of course it is. Obviously the Chelsea-Liverpool draw helps Newcastle out. We'll take a look at the league table now as I'm talking. This is the updated one from Saturday night after all of the games. But yeah, we're sitting in a Champions League place, which is just mental. So then there's just next to the white car is Mad Dog Tyndall. But you know, I don't know. I'm just frustrated that it's another 0-0 draw. But anyways, well, yeah, from Eddie Howe. Here he is.
Well, we did. Yeah, we wanted to play with a little bit more control. And a little bit more desire to get bodies in the box. Now, there were some moments, some balls flashed across the box late in the game. We were disappointed we didn't have someone on the end of it. So there's stuff to improve for us. Naturally, there's going to be, but we're seeing continued improvement, I feel, every week. Naturally, there's always components of your team that, don't fire together. And at the moment, we're not firing in front of goal as maybe we'd like to. But, we're working on that all the time, because it's the hardest league in the world, and if you're off it slightly in a game, 5%, 10%, you usually get beaten. So for the players to consistently hit the levels of performance needed to win games and not get beaten in games, I think they deserve a lot of credit.
Right, Fab, so that was Eddie Howe speaking earlier on. But look, it's a point on the road. Newcastle will march on. We've got a massive game on Tuesday night against Southampton. I'm driving straight to Southampton from here, so this video will be out late. I'll probably edit this video in the hotel, but yeah, I'm staying in Southampton, seeing the area, the Bournemouth area and what have you. But yeah, it's a big game on Tuesday now. It'll be interesting to see if he goes full strength again, because it really surprised me that he went full strength today. Massively surprised me. But as I say, Palace will probably look at it, the home side, and think, you know what? We've got a point against the top 4 side, because they did against Man United, they did against us. And as I said on the drive down, you never know what you're going to get with Palace. It's life's like a lot box of chocolates, as Tom Hanks would say in Forrest Gump. You just never know what you're going to get with Palace. But 3 games this season, we can't break them down. Positives are we've kept 3 clean sheets against them. They'll say the same thing. However, it's a point. Slightly disappointed, yes, but seeing the bigger picture, we're still top 4. We're getting setting records. We've got a hell of a game on Tuesday, and then the return, the one at St James Park. I cannot wait for that atmosphere to come. But from Selhurst Park, from yourself and everyone else at the channel. See you later, everyone. Drop us a like. Ta-da.